You're here at Taste of Country Music Festival.
Mm-hmm.
You had a single out, I Met
Yes,
a Girl.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Which I have to tell you, the first time I heard it, it was one of those songs that it stuck out in radio. It did not sound like everything else, which I thought was great. I mean, your
Yes,
voice is to me reminiscent of the stars and the legends that we know and we love, the quality of the voice. What was your reaction to the response to that song?
It's still the same reaction, unbelievable. You know, that because heck, I'm an old boy from Mississippi, you know, Vicksburg,
Right.
Mississippi. You're lucky if you get past the mailbox right there, you know. So I mean, for somebody like myself, it's just really unbelievable that people are taking a hold like they are. You know, I've always dreamed of being a country singer and getting a song on the radio, you know, and the dreams. It's amazing how the dream does come true, you
Yes.
know, and it's really hard to put into words how amazing it feels, you know, that people are downloading this song and singing it to us back, you know, singing it back to us. That's the most amazing thing, you know.
I remember reading an interview one time that Reba McEntire did, and she said, if you want to be a singer, then you have got to sing wherever you can.
Oh, you have to.
Any place. Have you
even
done that?
if it's 2 people or
Yeah.
if it's 20,000 people, you do it because
do
those 2 people may not have heard of it, may not even care.
Right.
But now they do, you know.
So growing up and the music styles that you listen to, who would you list as the folks that were inspirational to you, that meant a lot to you?
Easy. I've got a top 3, and I can't put them in an order. I always say this. I can't put them in an order, but it would have to be Mark Chestnut, Keith Whitley, and Merle
Nice.
Haggard are my top 3. And, of course, following that would be Waylon Jennings, David Allen Coe,
Yes.
George Strait, of course. He's the king for a reason. George Jones. You know, I'm just a huge traditional fan. You know, they always... George Strait's the best example because he always put out those great songs. He always
Yes.
had the songs to back up with his voice.
Yes.
You know, and he is such a badass. Excuse my language. He's
You're
such a great guy, and he always puts out these great songs, and that's what we want to do. You know, we want to follow those footsteps as far as the songs, looking and writing for, you know, these songs, and that's what we want to do, you know.
So that leads me to my next question. When you look at a song, is it the melody, is it the lyric that gets you first?
It's a little bit of both. You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on, you know, one, what we're going in the meeting thinking,
Right.
you know, what we're looking for, you know. Sometimes we'll miss something. Heck, I'll be the first to say it, you know. We've been looking for this type of song, and they play this great song that, you know, is just unbelievable, which happened a couple times with some of the songs on the EP. And we'll go back in and they'll play it again and we'll go, well, heck, why didn't we hear that? And they say, well, we played it for you, you know. It's just, you got to be in a different mindset, you know. You have to go in, and of course, all this stuff is just on the site training, you know. So it's like, we just go in and learn and do it and try to keep an open mind on every song we hear, you know. Which, of course, the same thing happened with I Met a Girl, you know. I fell in love with it. It was Sam Hunt's version of his mixtape version that Universal, his publishing company, had sent to us. And we just fell in love with it. We just fell immediately in love with it. And I saw that girl crossing the street with her baby blues, her crazy shoes, biting her lip, and it's just it's amazing being able to do that song. And I'd love to write with Sam someday.
I was going to ask you that. With songwriting, is that something that you like, enjoy,
Oh,
want to
for
get
sure,
more into it?
for
You
sure.
need to learn more.
I love it because I get to spill my guts and I get to spit. You know, I get to let people know how I'm feeling, and you know, of course, I think you have to write at least a couple of songs. You know, any real artist, I think, has to write. They don't have to write everything, I don't think, but you know, it puts a different meaning on it when you wrote it. You know, and at least in my opinion.
I agree. Well, we're telling we have to wrap up. Just really quick. So far in your career, what has been the best thing that's happened? Something that you've said, I can't believe I'm here.
The Grand Ole Opry. Every time
Nice.
we play the Grand Ole Opry is just it's unbelievable. Of course, for country radio to accept us like they are too. I mean, we're 28 this week, 27 on the Billboard, and it's just unbelievable. You know?
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
And I can't wait to hear more from you. I think your voice stands out. I think it's what country music needs, and so it's great to have you.
Well,
and nice
thank
to
you,
see
baby.
here.
For sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, ma'am.